Hello, this is the reading for the week of September 8th for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has a lot of Pisces in their chart. So Pisces, the image that came to mind as I was thinking about you today was all of a sudden it was you, like I was going to say a pirate, but not necessarily a pirate, an old-time sailing captain where you're standing leaning out over the bow with a spyglass looking like this over the horizon with just this look of wind in your sails, everything going. And the sense of it is expansion, adventure, movement. But at the same time as I'm getting that, I'm getting be cautious of not falling overboard. Now, the not falling overboard part would be, for me, the likelihood of there being a lot of emotions, because as you're moving into this new direction with this new horizon, with a sense of expansion and excitement, there can also be a time of a lot of things happening. I'm going to link it emotionally because it's on the ocean and we associate water with emotion. And we also associate the ocean with it being unpredictable, right? You're on an old sailing ship with beautiful big sails and currents, wind currents, all of these things. So things can change quickly. So Pisces, what I'm going to say is you might find yourself being extremely expansive and then going into a slump. You might find your ship all of a sudden, there's no wind in your sails, a slump. So what I'm being told here with this is really, the feeling of it is so good. The feeling of it is wonderful. And the message that I'm getting is, even if you lose the wind in your sails right now, or in my interpretation, if you go into a slump emotionally, you're still on the water, you're still on the voyage, and don't let whatever slows you down get in the way of the excitement of your future. You've got the card here suggesting that you really look out for the tendency for things to be a little bit chaotic right now emotionally, and that to use a little bit of discipline now to set your priority, set your intention that you're going to slow things down a little bit, that you're only going to do one thing at a time. You're not going to get carried off into a million different directions. Keep on course, in other words, with this expansive state, and don't let all of these different emotions and memories that might come up as a process of this growth and of this journey, don't let them take you off. Don't let them pull you down, okay? The reason that I say this is because you've got the very first card that comes up is shame. And, shame is one of those emotions that very often we take on as a child. It's about not our actions being bad, but it's about us. It's about criticisms, about behaviors that we take personally and make it about who we are. And then we can often carry that. And so now what you're being told is you have the ability to respond to that emotion differently. That attitude was taken on as a child when we didn't know any better. What you're being told now is you can respond differently if that emotion comes up. And it's going to be much easier for you to notice it and to respond to it appropriately when you slow yourself down. And also when you look out for cognitive distortions. So what are cognitive distortions? How can they show up for us? Cognitive distortions can be statements of feelings or thoughts that are not factual, but that are stated as absolutes. I have nothing to wear. Well, yes, you do. Chances are you do. You may not like what you have to wear. You might want something new, but to say you have nothing to wear, not likely. So you're being asked to notice statements like, I never can, I never will, I'll always, things like that are like absolute statements. That's usually a sign that you're somewhere caught in your ego. And when I say ego, I don't mean prideful. I mean in your personality structure, where you maybe have kind of stepped away from the higher conscious mind, from your wise self. Very often those cognitive distortions, those emphatic statements are coming out of the defended part of ourselves, which comes from the ego that's been wounded or hurt. So look for those out, because what you got to realize, my dears, is that your mind has the capacity to steer your ship, right? Your mind is the great cosmic cookie cutter. It's not just the tool with which you interpret the world around you. It shapes your world according to the shape of the cookie cutter, the shape of your mind, and the content you put into it. That's why it's really important to look out for cognitive distortions and to responsibly, respond appropriately to emotions, not just of shame, but any negative emotions that come up as you're moving into this really beautiful, expansive period. Okay? It is a beautiful time, and it is a time that is just rife with opportunity and possibility for you to create what you want in your life, whether or not it is an artistic pursuit, or whether or not it is simply a different story for your life, where you want to go, how you want to live it. This is the chance, because you're on the ocean, you've got the horizon, you've got the spyglass, you can see. This is long vision. This is you being able to now see things differently with a whole new freedom. And that's where this takes you. So if in the process of this, old ick comes up, respond appropriately, not by believing in it, not by going into cognitive distortions. It's always going to be like this. Respond appropriately, use a little bit of discipline, slow down, and be your own hero. Be your own hero. Stand for the you that you love. Stand for the you that you know can have the life you want. Stand for yourself now, and don't let any of the old pasts sneak up on you and hijack your journey. You are able to respond differently when those old stories, those old feelings, those old thoughts come up. They are coming up to clear your energy. They are coming up to clear any kind of restriction you have inadvertently held in your perception of yourself, okay? It's a good thing, and you have the ability to deal with it, okay? I'm going to just pull this one last card, and this one last card is love. And for me, that is reminding you that whatever, excuse me, you have ever been told is wrong with you, any kind of negativity that you have internalized coming from other people, you just remember, your essential nature is love. It is what ignites every cell of your being. And it is something that radiates from every single person when we allow it to. So you are being told, love those things. Love yourself. It doesn't matter if some of them are still active in you. Just love you the way you are. And notice how things change as you accept yourself for who you are. And as you loving yourself is the ability to respond differently, right? So even if those old icky things come up, you love yourself regardless. You love that part of you that has felt those things. You love that part of you that has mistakenly believed those to be true. You just bring it all into that love. And that's how it heals, okay? Take care, my dears. Have fun.